Hey guys, Trainer DC here, coming at you with another video. About a week or so ago, it was revealed, or leaked I should say, that the Pokémon Company registered a brand new subsidiary titled Pokémon Works. And essentially at the time of this leak, it was unknown what this new subsidiary could be about, but the only information that we had is that they are located in the same building as ILCA, and for those of you who don't know, ILCA is the game studio that developed Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And immediately when I saw this announcement, I thought, okay, this is all leading into the whole idea that there's going to be some secret black and white remakes coming this year developed by an outsourced studio. I'll leave a card above to that video if you haven't seen it, but nevertheless, that's the first thing my mind went to, that Pokémon Works is this new venture, this new joint effort between ILCA and the Pokémon Company, where the Pokémon Company will have much more supervision over a specified team within ILCA that's going to exclusively work on some faithful Pokemon remakes. That's where my mind first went with this. The other possibilities as well is that this could just be a support studio for Pokemon Company, for Game Freak. And what support studios are, for those of you who don't know, usually when a game is being made by a company, they will outsource certain elements of the game to other studios to take care of. Some companies do this for textures, some companies will do this for back-end code and stuff like that, and every single game developer does this with their games. So it could be something like that as well. And the last thing I thought about, which is not the most likely scenario, but it could also be something completely unrelated to the games. It could be a movie studio for all we know, and they're going to make Pokemon Works as in Pokemon movies, but that's just an outside thought. Well, all of a sudden today, according to Central Leaks on Twitter, they're saying that the full list of directors for Pokemon Works has been revealed, and essentially what this is it's a list of all the executives, all of the directors that are going to be a part of this company, and we have representation from all over. The director of ILCA is there, the director of the Pokemon Company is there, the supervisor of Shanghai Toys Corporation is there, and apparently according to Centro, the company's main business is contracted development of games related to Pokemon, meaning that the first theory I had, the first little inkling that I thought of, is what is actually happening here. Pokemon Works is going to be a game studio that is used to make contracted Pokemon games, which means that they are not going to be working on Generation 10. They are not going to be working on a future Legends game. What this company is going to be for is that they're going to be used to outsource smaller titles to. So, for example, in the future, when we get DLC for Gen 10, it's quite possible that this studio might take over for Game Freak and make the DLC for Gen 10. While I think that's more unlikely, I think the main purpose of this studio is, as I mentioned before in the video, this studio is going to make faithful remakes for past games. So for example, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, if it were made today, it would be under the Pokemon Works umbrella as opposed to ILCA's umbrella. When we get black and white remakes, which I really truly believe, and I know this video, a lot of people disagree with it, I truly believe we are going to get black and white remakes or some other sort of faithful remake this year from Pokemon Works. That's what this studio is going to be for. It's going to be going forward whenever we have a smaller title that's not a mainline game from Game Freak being developed, it's going to be made by Pokemon Works. And I think that this is a really good thing for a multitude of reasons. Number one, the Pokemon Company has stated before that they want to have a product on shelves every single year for people to buy. I am all for that. I want a Pokemon product every single year, but it's not as feasible as it used to be for Game Freak to do this all on their own. And I think they finally have realized this. I think they understand that we can't be making a game every single year because we just don't have the resources to do so. We could either hire more people or we could create a subsidiary to do this for us. And that's what they're doing here. And the reason why it's not a big deal for the Pokemon Works subsidiary to handle these faithful remakes is because the games are made already. All they need to do is to translate the source material into a brand new game, which is kind of what they tried to do with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I would argue that conceptually it wasn't a bad idea making a one-to-one faithful remake for Diamond and Pearl, because I do think that there is a place for those games. I think that going forward, you know, like we're getting Pokemon Legends Z to A right now. Well, if you never owned a 3DS, you never got to play the original X and Y, and I still think there is a need for your faithful remakes for Pokemon games, because if you want to play through the Kalos region in a traditional Pokemon experience and you don't have a 3DS, well then there's no way for you to do so. So then this studio would make something like Pokemon X Prime and Y Prime or something like that, X, Z, Y, Z, and that would be the faithful one-to-one remake of Pokemon X and Y. The issue that we ran into with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl was not the concept of the game, but the execution of the game. I think that the game was too faithful to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl because it really felt like I was just playing a DS game in HD on my Switch. It felt like I was playing a game back in 2006, 2007, not a game that came out in 2021. So I feel like going forward, what my hope is, and I said this in the black and white video, I really do hope that when they do these faithful remakes going forward, they do it in the Let's Go style of graphics. Have it be those half chibis and have there be overworld Pokemon, because that way it feels like a modern Pokemon experience. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl felt very dated because it was a little jarring to go from playing, you know, Sword and Shield having these overworld encounters to then go to play random encounters exclusively again. I think Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl would have been so much better if there were overworld Pokemon running around, kind of like how there was in the Grand Underground. Not to mention the technical issues that Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl have, and that's why I think that instead of giving another game for ILCA to work on their own, the Pokemon Company decided we gotta form this subsidiary so we have more direct control over what's being done with our faithful remakes, with our games that are going to be akin to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Because essentially what they did before is they outsourced the game to ILCA, and then ILCA had to run with it. They had to make the game on their own. But this way, having Pokemon Works, Game Freak will be able to supervise, or rather I should say, the Pokemon Company will be able to supervise to make sure that the quality is up to their standard and the product is going to be something that they are happy with. So overall, I think this is fantastic news, and I do think this is all leaking now, this is all coming out now, because they're preparing to announce that a Pokemon Black and White remake is coming this year in November from Pokemon Works, and we're most likely going to hear about it probably sometime in May or sometime in June. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about this whole announcement with Pokemon Works? Are you happy about it? Are you sad? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from Trainer DC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.